For almost 10 years, Kenner toy designer Ron Hayes worked on some of the biggest lines at Kenner, from Ghostbusters to Aliens to vintage Star Wars toys to even Play-Doh. However, he and most of his teammates would leave Kenner, now under Hasbro, to help design toys for a new merchandise tie-in company being launched by Warner Brothers called Acme Design and Development. The name would be changed to Warner Brothers Toys in 1995. During this time, Ron and his teammates had noticed that the toy industry was starting to change. Action figures were now being bought by adults who were looking for more detailed action figures. Ron had seen Todd McFarlane jump from comic book artist to toy maker. Ron knew he and his team had the skills to bring a more detailed collector's line to the market. So using the contacts he'd made with his time at Kenner, Hasbro, and Warner Brothers, Hayes started to try to pick up license rights to movies and television shows that most of the bigger toy companies wouldn't buy. That year, Warner Brothers had planned to release a film in early 1999 that wasn't really the type of movie that the major toy companies were looking to buy. That movie was The Matrix. Ron's new toy company, based out in Cincinnati, called N2 Toys, picked up the Matrix line. Lucky for them, The Matrix was a huge hit, and most of those people that fell in love with the movie were the same type of crowd buying up adult collectible action figures. The Matrix line was huge. Even if some collectors criticized the line for looking too comic booky or cartoonish, they still was a big success. Warner Brothers then reached a deal with N2 Toys to do figures based on the hit Discovery Channel show, The Crocodile Hunter. N2 Toys knew that this would reach a totally different buying group than the Matrix figure, and during this time they would pick up other lines, some of them being under Warner Brothers and some of them not. There was the Road Warrior, Heavy Metal, Above the Law, the television show Son of the Beach, and The Tick. They even announced in 2001 that they had the rights for The Fifth Element. However, that line never made it to market. In 2002, the company would pick up the rights to Big Trouble in Little China. Most of these lines did sell well, but not as good as The Matrix. But to keep production and costs down, N2 Toys knew they had to sell these figures to a specialty shop like MediaPlay or FYE. Sadly, by the end of 2002, N2 Toys was finding it hard to keep up with production, mostly due to cost. Orders were starting to not get full. Toy lines they announced would never even get produced. Without any announcement or much news, N2 Toys closed down. Some said the toy company could just never get the design right to reach that collectible market. Some say the high cost of movie rights were too much for a struggling new toy company. There's really no known reason. N2 Toys faded away almost as fast as it started. Many fans today don't even remember the name. Some think it was McFarlane or NECA that made those figures back in the early 2000s. Or some fans today don't even know about these toy lines. And the biggest shame of it all, we never got that Mad Max Last of the V8. That would have been a great one to have.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.